We've all heard of Public Works, but what is it they actually do? Well, for starters, they build police cars, keep our streets clean, maintain 85,000 public trees, remove graffiti, and recycle everything from bottles and cans to concrete to tree shrubs. We'll take a behind-the-scenes look at the Oceanside Public Works Department and give some credit where credit is due. Oceanside's fleet department is top-notch. They maintain all the vehicles for the city's day-to-day operations, and recently they were recognized as being among the top 100 public sector fleets in North America. The categories for the award ranged from accountability to environmental stewardship to creativity.
The category is how do you permit or encourage creativity in your workplace, and the only answer that I could really give to that is that you encourage creativity by not discouraging it, by taking people's ideas seriously if they're offered seriously and running with them. It was their idea to bring building police cars back into Oceanside.
When they received the Crown Victoria Police Interceptor from the dealer, the building process begins, and the first step is to strip the car.
Now this one is completely stripped. Everything that we need removed in order to build it has been removed.
There's at least 9 to 17 computers on almost every vehicle now.
Now you can actually look at you can see the computer in the vehicle, radio, that everything has been installed.
This is not Goober at the filling station anymore. This is a highly technical trade.
Another city service is the street sweeping program. It's 7 a.m. sharp, and the Oceanside Public Works street sweepers and parking enforcement officers have begun their dance, working together to clean up over 50 tons of debris off the streets just this week. Contrary to popular belief, parking officers would rather not write $50 tickets.
The officers follow the sweeper, and the sweeper will actually wait when they get up to a vehicle to wait for the officer to come up, because the officer has to see the sweeper go around the vehicle before a citation is issued. Now if they have to be waiting, the operator is waiting for the officer to catch up, and someone comes out and happens to move their car before the officer can get there, then they don't receive a citation. Again, our objective is to clean the streets, not write tickets. Here's a good example of how the street looks if the car isn't moved. Unfortunately, we won't be back for 2 more weeks to pick that up. This is an example of how the waste crew, the sweepers, and the parking officers work hand in hand as a team. The waste crew starts at 6 in the morning on these sweep mornings downtown, and they come out and they remove any large items that are in the way of the street sweeper, but at the same time they remove the material that's caught in what is called cross drains that are prevalent in the downtown area. So they come and they rake and sweep all this out so that the street sweeper can get it. So it really is a thorough job by the time we're done here downtown.
10-4, I'll keep an eye out.
You don't realize how hard it is to clean and keep Oceanside clean, especially the main arteries where people travel. We do it every week. That's to keep the Oceanside beautiful.
Once the street sweepers are done out in the field, everything collected is brought back to Oceanside's state-of-the-art maintenance and cleanup facility. The facility is unique because everything that the sweepers pick up, from oil to shrubs to water, is handled in an environmentally conscious manner.
Quite literally, everything that we pick up off the streets never goes to the environment again. And I think that's had a big effect on what ends up going on downstream as far as those constituents getting to the storm drain system and ultimately to the ocean.
The Public Works Department is also in charge of the 2 closed methane landfills in Oceanside. All of the city's trash is now taken out of the area, but at one time the trash was dumped here, and since the trash is still deteriorating, it requires ongoing maintenance.
There are wells that are installed in the landfill mass which extract methane and other landfill gases which are burned off at a flare station. The biggest regulatory issue for the landfills is the maintenance of their cover and ensuring that none of those gases migrate off-site, that we're able to collect them all and burn them off rather than them moving into any of the occupied buildings or areas off of the landfill site.
Over time, the landfill has made a lot of improvements and turned what was once a mud pit into something the city can be proud of.
A little bit of hard work and sweat and direction from people who have a vision, and this is what you can create. So all landfills don't need to be a dump and look like a dump, they can look like a park.
Next, we caught up with Kyle Koger, Maintenance and Operations Division Manager in charge of several departments, including streets, tree maintenance, and graffiti removal. This department relies heavily on citizens to call the hotline and report their concerns, such as potholes or sidewalk trip hazards.
Citizens call our department and let us know, hey, there's a pothole in my street at this location, add it to your list and come out and fix it.
We are here to respond to a citizen complaint about a lifted sidewalk. The sidewalk actually became uneven. It represents what we call a trip hazard. We come and we remove the sidewalk, cut the roots back, and re-pour the sidewalk.
It's important for the public safety to take out the trip hazards, fix the roads. It helps everybody.
Oceanside maintains 85,000 trees and will remove problematic trees, but for every tree removed, a new one is planted.
We will offer this homeowner a chance to plant a new tree, and we will actually plant a new tree for them if they'd like. We are a Tree City, USA. We just got this status last year where we meet certain guidelines. We're considered a tree-friendly city. One of the things that we do is every year we go to an elementary school, get them to come to one of our parks and plant some trees. And the kids can watch, come back every year and see how their trees are doing. We take care of the trees in our park. Some of the biggest challenges that we face is vandalism and graffiti. It is something we fight a lot. We have a couple of guys that go out every day and that's all they do is paint over or wash off graffiti. So we try and wipe out all the graffiti within 24 hours notice, and we stick to that for the most part.
One of the things that all the city departments have in common is recycling. The City of Oceanside is committed to handling the solid waste efficiently and effectively for the environment, and one of the only cities with its own green waste facility.
There's a few different benefits to the community for having their own green waste recycling facility, and one of them is that it helps reduce the cost of disposing of your green waste because we don't have to take it to faraway landfills. Another benefit is that we run a compost giveaway program for the city, so if you're a resident of Oceanside, you can come up and get free compost or mulches anytime we're open.
The green waste that is collected throughout the city is actually being recycled. It's being turned into compost. It's being turned into items that can be used, and materials for gardening and landscaping. That's what really makes Oceanside unique.
The department is 160 strong, and the employees take pride in their jobs and enjoy giving back to their community. So next time you see a street sweeper rolling by, wave. And the next time you see a worker removing graffiti, say thanks. And when you see a police car, know that it was built with honor.
You go back sometimes when you're in your car and you have to go through the neighborhoods, you goes, oh, I just swept this place, look at this. Yeah, it's gratifying when people are smiling, at least when you go by. That's cool.
This is Catherine Green for Inside Oceanside.